Howdy! How's everybody out there in YouTube land? I hope this finds you well. Lord have mercy. Here we go with another Thursday, another month. It's November, and it's cold here. I hope it's warmer where you're at. We're in the mid 40s for a high, and we're down in the upper 20s for the lows. We're in the and freeze your 40s for a high. Haas off, and upper 20s for the lows. And I think that's you reverbing back in. There we go. Because I know it ain't me. Oh, gosh. Let's see. We got a few people out there in the chat. We got Frenzy. She's out there. We got Mel Mel. Y'all get out there and share this thing around and get some folks in here tonight. Jim Bashirs is out there. Always good to see y'all out there in the chat. Be sure and share it and like it and all that good stuff. We'll do a giveaway maybe after a while and see what we can give away. I've got a new series going, Matt. Did you know that?
I do. And boy, I am an instant fan.
It was an epiphany that came to me in the middle of the night. And so I said, well, maybe we ought to give this a try and see what happens. So I put the first episode of it up just here a little bit ago. And there'll be a heifer coming out later tonight. I'm not giving up on heifer. You know, everybody always wants my free advice no matter what. So we got to keep some free advice going. But the new series is called And That's How the Fight Started. So I thought that might be entertaining.
I think you're on to some internet gold, Brenda. I'm a big fan.
So, you know, we've got, and that's why I'm still single. And we've got, that's why I need bail money. And we've got Heifer Havens for advice. And now we've got, and that's how the fight started.
Why don't you have 1 million subscribers? I'm confused.
I'm the best kept secret on the internet.
Well, we have to change that. So
well, I wish somebody would.
I promoted it, and my suggestion to the internet is do not watch this. And then I dropped the link.
Maybe that'll bait them in, you know?
Well, that way when people complain, I'm like, well, I told you not to watch it.
I mean, that's sort of like putting a big pan of X-Lax brownies on the middle of the table with a note on saying, don't eat them.
Exactly.
You warned them, but they did it anyway.
I did.
Now, Frenzy, a while back, she said that she had a question, and now she wants to know if it's wrong to take cake out of the pan. Is that? I think I'm reading that right. Is it wrong to cake out of the pan? I think she means take the cake out of the pan. Depends on what kind of a cake it is. Depends on what you're doing with cake. Depends on if you want to give the cake away and you don't mind losing the pan. There's a lot involved there. I'd need a whole lot more information. Some cakes you don't take out of the pan. And some cakes you do take out of the pan. If you want to ice the sides of it, probably pretty good idea to take it out of the pan. And because sides of the pan don't ice very well. But hey, they don't cut very good either.
Oh, eat the cake out of the pan.
Oh, eat the cake out of the pan. You can eat cake anywhere you want to.
And out of anything you want to.
Yeah. You can eat out of a bowl. You can eat it, you know, out of a pan. You can eat it out of a skillet. You can, because she left the word eat out of there, see?
Yeah,
and
you
leave out important words, then it's hard for me to give you good advice.
Well, when you eat it out of the pan, you will have one less dish to wash because you won't have a plate.
Yeah. Now, if you're serving the cake to a lot of other people, I might not eat it out of the pan. But, you know, since it's just me here, if I eat it out of the pan, it's just like, you know, it's in the same dish that it's always in. And
I've got a question that is of a similar nature.
All right.
So I'm on a diet, and we've got these flatbreads that have very low carbs.
Okay.
And what I like to do is put a little oil on there and then put pizza sauce on and then mozzarella and then a couple pepperonis. And I make pizza, which is delicious because I haven't been eating pizza because pizza has bread in it and it's high carb. But now I can finally eat pizza. So when I take it out of the oven and I put it on the cutting board, I cut it up, and it's real thin. It's like a wafer. It's hardly any bread at all, but it's enough.
Mm-hmm.
And then I used to take it off of the cutting board onto a plate and then eat it off the plate. Now I just eat it right. I take the cutting board over to the table and I just eat it off the cutting board. Is that okay?
Sure. If there ain't nobody there to complain, or like if the tree falls in the forest and nobody's there to hear it, it doesn't make a sound. I mean, if you're doing it and nobody's complaining about it, then there you go.
No, I'm eating lunch by myself on my lunch break. My wife's here. She works opposite shift. She works during the night, so she's sleeping. I'm here by myself. I'm like, well, why make a dish like a plate dirty, or even a paper plate that I throw out that I'm just throwing? I don't know.
Yeah.
Let me know in the comments if what I did is okay or not.
Now, there used to be a show on TV called King of Queens, and the husband in that, he liked to watch TV in bed, and he made a plate right up on his chest when he's laying there in bed. You know, they'd pour his chips on and stuff, you know, and he'd just eat right there off his chest.
Oh my.
Now, I don't know that I'd like that much, because there'd probably be way too many crumbs in the bed, but you know.
I cannot tolerate crumbs in the bed. If you're going to eat in the bed, it needs to be like gummy candy, because that won't shatter into a million pieces. There's very few items that are bed acceptable.
Yeah.
And
crackers and
people to me have made the argument, well, I'm going to put the whole thing in my mouth like a chip or something like that, and then there won't be any crumb. I'm like, well, you got the salt all over your hands and then little crumbs on your hand, you know, like, no. That doesn't fly. It doesn't fly. If it's crumbly, even if you strategically eat it, if it's crumbly, the answer is no.
Well, I'd say, well, I'm going to put it all in my mouth. Yeah, there's some crumbs on my fingers, but that's what you're here for, is to lick them off, honey.
Oh, dear Lord.
Come here, you sexy thing.
Do not start a career in marriage counseling.
And that's why I'm still single.
Oh. Yeah, eating in bed invites Mickey Mouse and friends, says Mel. Hi, everyone in the chat. I didn't say hi to everybody.
Even when I was married, it didn't last long. I mean, you know, for the last one lasted longer than any of them, but he was hardly ever home. So,
jeez. No biscuit and sausage gravy in bed.
I'm okay in small doses, very small doses.
Like M&Ms would be acceptable.
Yeah,
in bed. And
they melt in your mouth, but not on your bed sheets. I bet they do. Your body warms up at night. You wake up in a puddle of chocolate and be candy coated. Yeah, we got some folks out there, Mel and Frenzy and Jim's out there, and let's say who else. We had somebody else in there.
A few more coming in. Say hi in the chat if you're here. We'd like to see you.
We say hey to you, whether you like it or not.
Yep.
Yeah, in case you come in late and missed it, I've got a new series that's up on the YouTube, and it's called "And That's How the Fight Started." And Heifer Haven's going to go on. There'll be a heifer come out later this evening, so you still get to enjoy all my free advice, whether you need it or not.
Did everyone see my Piano Awesome video? I did Thriller from Michael Jackson.
Did you dress up like him too?
No, I didn't have costume for that, which kind of sucks. But I put everything orange since it was like Halloween. You know, so I changed the studio a little bit for that.
Yeah. Did you put in right in the middle of it? You should have put in a dance number.
I did. I dropped the music video over top of mine.
All right.
In a little corner, and Michael Jackson was, you know, dancing around.
But did you dance around though? No,
I was playing the piano.
Well, so you should have broke into the middle of it. Just had music over with you doing the. What the hell are you doing?
I'm readjusting my microphone. I bashed it.
I do things like that, but I ain't using a microphone.
Oh my goodness. Hey, Carrie Mace is here. Hello.
Hey, Carrie, good to see you. How's all the kitty cats?
I bought some new toys. Look, I got this little iPad mini holder for my tripod and selfie stick here.
Yeah.
So
God, that looks like something out of Star Wars or something.
Is it? Dun, 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 dun,
the
dun,
claw.
Dun, dun, dun. Pew, 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 pew.
Jim Bashirs is out there in the chat. Hey, Jim, tell us who the guest is going to be over on Russell's channel Saturday night at 8 p.m. over there on Simply Wooden Creations. Because Jim's got somebody lined up for this Saturday. If you know of anybody that wants to be a guest over on Russell's show, have them contact me or Jim.
Was your friend a co-host, our guest?
Yes.
That happened already? Okay.
Saturday night, Amanda was on. And then on the 20th, there's going to be a young lady that's going to talk about craft shows that I have lined up on the 20th of November. And speaking of that, next Thursday night is going to be Veterans Day. We'll have a show on Veterans Day, unless you've got prior commitment, Mr. Social Butterfly.
Negative. Well, I am doing I will be on another live stream, but it won't interfere with our show.
Okay. And then the week after that is Turkey Day. So what's your plans for?
Available.
Okay.
It's the day after we're having family over for dinner.
Okay.
So if you want to eat, well, people will be done dinner by the time we're
maybe some eat in the evening. Some eat at noon. Some eat all day.
You know what we used to do when we were younger? This is so bad. Thanksgiving Day. Of course, you start eating dinner at 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock. You're done by 5, 6, 7. By the time the evening rolls around, like, what are you supposed to do? You just sit around doing nothing. So we're like, let's all go down to the club because the clubs were open. And we went to the club and they had $2 well drinks, which is any liquor that's not top shelf, whatever. And we said to the waitress, we're like, because we knew the waitress. We said, every time you go back to the bar, put in our order. Don't even ask us. I'm drinking this. My friend's drinking. I'm drinking whiskey. My friend's drinking vodka and soda. I'm drinking whiskey and whatever. And just deliver it to us. Every time you go back, we consumed so much alcohol. We all got cabs home. We were rip-roaring off our rocker, totally inebriated.
And it must have taken a lot of alcohol because, if you've eat and your tummy's full and then you put an alcohol down on that and you're still getting blasted.
We were knocking down those $2 whiskeys all night long. It was such a great thing. Like, only time we saw her is when she was dropping off drinks. She didn't ask for any orders except for the first one. And it was great. Thanksgiving evening. Mm-hmm. I don't do that anymore. I can't handle that anymore. But that's what we used to do. We
always had a meal and then we'd sit around and either watch TV or we'd get some games out, maybe play some Yahtzee or something, and then go home.
Yep.
But, it was just because everybody was just so lethargic from eating all that food and trying to find room in the refrigerator for what was left over.
I found a new Christmas meme that I love. So someone took the November and December calendar and they circled Thanksgiving and the day after and then the Saturday. So that 3 days they circled it in red and put Thanksgiving. Mm-hmm. And then all the other dates in November, it said Christmas. And then all the dates in December, it said more Christmas. So, all of November is Christmas and all of December is Christmas. And just 3 days around Thanksgiving, that's Thanksgiving. Christmas and more Christmas.
Well, now they're saying that Thanksgiving is going to start on the Monday before Thanksgiving, that's supposed to be the start of Black Friday because of the shortages and all that. So they're going to start the Black Friday sales on Monday. And so, yeah, they're already fixing to extend your Thanksgiving holiday, whether you like it or not. And they're saying that Christmas, there's probably not going to be a whole lot there to buy. My suggestion is, why are you buying all that stuff anyway? Why are you not taking care of the crafters? Because there's a lot of us with Etsy stores and different, venues of craft channels that, we'd be perfectly happy to help you with your Christmas shopping. And I'm sure that your people on your guests or on your receiving list would be very happy to have any of the things that we make. So don't forget about your crafters.
Very good.
I mean, there's a lot of people a couple weeks before Christmas going to be going to the store. There ain't going to be nothing there. And they're like, well, what do we do now? Well, there you go. Get online. We're still here.
Etsy's there, people. Go
That's
get
right.
it.
Look us up.
Well,
it'd be nice if I could keep this thing in my ear tonight.
I should make more of my candy cane lawn ornaments that are really popular.
Mm-hmm.
I had my one friend say, I want to buy them. So I made a batch and I sold a few because they're all the candy cane lawn ornaments you see store-bought. It's like a real thin wire. Like you can't even see it. Mm-hmm. I made 2-inch thick ones out of plywood and they're really visible. You can see them from far away and they look really nice.
Yeah.
And I should make more because
I've been working on tiles.
I should put a sign on my lawn and I should advertise in Nextdoor saying, if you want these, come pick them up. I'm not shipping them anyway. Because I don't want to ship, 2.5 foot long. That's stupid.
Yeah. I've got a big pile of tiles that I got to get backers on and then get pictures and get them up on Etsy. And I got, I think, 4 sets sitting up on the paint desk that I got to get finished up and get them cooked. And then they'll be ready to put backers on. So I got to get cracking, but it seems like every day I get up, it's, another fight with somebody about something.
Yeah.
I'm going back and forth with the contractor now about, are you going to get these gutters and downspouts and stuff on my house before the holidays, before snow hits? And they're saying, well, we're seeing what we can do about it. I don't want to hear seeing what you can do about it. Look at the schedule, see when there's some open time and get some guys over here. I mean, are you running a business or not?
Exactly.
So yeah, I'm going through that little piece of hell right now. It's it's always something.
That. I updated my operating system. Mac OS has the Monterey operating system, which just got open for public download, as part of the download. And I can see that there's an orange dot in the corner because I'm using my microphone and camera.
Mm-hmm.
So devices like the iPhone would tell you if your microphone's in use or your camera's in use, or if your camera and mic's in use. It would go orange for the audio and then green for audio and video.
Mm-hmm.
And it's showing me orange for some reason. I guess because the computer doesn't have a built-in camera, maybe. I don't know. But anyway, I thought that's cool.
Yeah, everything here updated when I come in the studio and flipped on the lights and keyed everything up. I had everything wanting to update. I thought, well, I'm glad I come in here a little early today.
Yeah. I had some technology wins. I got that white keyboard there now talking to 2 devices because it has 2 outputs. And I connected them both and they both work as intended, which sounds easy, but it wasn't easy to do. And I live streamed from my iPad through Restream, and it wasn't that good. I think I was on my slower Wi-Fi network. I have a slow and a fast one here, and it should have been on the other one because there was some slowdowns with it, and I don't know. So I'm going to give that another go, I think, because it would be nice to use devices to do live streams, but have them go to multiple different services. And to do that, you need Restream. And I did it through the iPad. I think that's the way you're supposed to do it. Anyway, so that's some cool technology issues figured out here. That's been nice.
Yeah, that's something I wouldn't know anything about. Dealing with technology, I don't know.
The hardest thing is audio. It is 20 times more difficult than video. I was scared. I was like, video is tough, very large file formats, but no. Video is dead simple. Audio is a mystery. Ins and outs and MIDIs and soundboards and mix minuses and oh my Lord. I'm going to take a class. I'm seriously, I've got a Skillshare. Oh, and my work got me, my full-time job got me LinkedIn Learning. So I have access to courses on how to do all kinds of crap. So I think I'm going to jump on a few of those.
Yeah. Well, if you have access to it and it's free, I don't say why not. Maybe you learn something.
Skillshares, I pay for Skillshare, but I'm not going to renew it. I'm going to just go through my year. And
Brenda was telling a story there in the chat about how her and I think cousin, I don't know, it was back up there a little bit, where they ate the mini marshmallows that was made for the sweet taters on Thanksgiving, and the cook comes around looking for the mini marshmallows, and the gone's all there is an empty sack. They wouldn't own up to it.
Who did it? Who was responsible? Yeah. That's crazy. Oh my.
But yeah, it's too cold for this time of year. I don't know about over to your house, but mid 40s for a high during the day.
It is 69 in my office, and I have both windows fully open, and it's 41 degrees outside. I'm loving it. This studio gets hot. This studio will go up 15 degrees I got the 3 white lights here. I got these these colored lamps. They are to illuminate the side of a house. Like they are industrial lights. They pump out the heat. That light is hot. There's a white light over there on that guy.
Woohoo! We got super chat.
Luana, thank you for the super chat.
I know what Luana wants.
She wants a little
cowbell.
Yeah.
There's a little cowbell for Luana. Yeah, this room, it's called the sunroom because it's got great big old windows in it. And in the summertime, it gets hot as Dickens in here. But in the wintertime, it gets so cold you could hang meat. And I come in here today, and it was cold, Lord. I had to turn on a heater, and I hate doing that because that means that the meter's spinning off the wall. But I'd rather do that than freeze to death.
Would you consider that room like a 3-season room?
They call it a sunroom, is what they called it when I bought the house. But it's what it's going to be is a pantry if I can ever get the studio moved upstairs. But I don't want to.
It's not a porch. It's part of the house.
It's part of the house, but it's right off the patio. And so I call it a porch because to me, that's more what it is because it's a little tiny room. But it's going to be a pantry. When I get everything moved out of here, I'm going to put all my pantry stuff in here and get it out of the way because I've got a little teeny tiny kitchen. It looks like something that a kid would play in and no place to put my stuff. And so I can't cook in there because there's stuff piled every place. I just don't have any counter space. I don't have any cupboards. And so I'm going to come in here and I'm going to make me some counter space and cupboards. And that's what this room's going to be when I get done with it. But
very good.
I'm trying to wait until they get done hammering and beating on the house and doing what they're going to do with that so that I know that I've got a decent place that I can move my studio to. Just, trying to wait them out and see what's going to happen. Still waiting on the city to find an ink pen so they can draw me a check for all the money I'm out.
That's not a guarantee, is it?
It ought to be. It ought to be. Because if I had something that tore up their place, you bet you that they'd be all over me wanting me to pay up.
Yeah.
So, they've had something they neglected, tore up my place. It's time for them to write the check. They've got insurance. I mean, it's not like this is, going to take their Christmas away for crying out loud. It's taking mine away. And not only that, it's taking my groceries away, taking my heat away. I can't afford nothing no more because I've been out all this money It's just scraping by trying to make my car payment and my utility bills and stuff. So yeah, they need to face up to their sins and write the check.
Oh, I know they need to. I just didn't know if they would or not. But
So far, they haven't said anything. The lawyer says he's going to give them till the end of the week here and see what he hears back. But I don't think he's going to hear anything. I think he's going to have to do something else, and we'll see. What he has in mind. I have an idea. I've got it. What do you call them things? It's not a taser. It's one of them shock things. Not a cattle prod. It's got a couple prongs stick out of it, and you push a little button and push it into somebody, and it shocks the bejeebers out of them.
Does it shoot out with wires?
There's no wires to it, just two prongs.
Oh, it's a taser.
That's not a taser. There's no wires to it, just two prongs.
That's a taser.
No, a taser has a wire that shoots a dart into you. And
no, I'm pretty sure it's called a taser.
No,
they're both called tasers. Taser gun and a handheld taser.
No.
Okay.
I know. I'd have to pull it out and see what the name is on it. Somebody in the chat probably knows what they're called.
Probably has a brand name, but
I'd like to just go up there and just one at a time go to dropping them until they figure out that I mean business. I think they think it's just a big joke that little old lady's out all this money and they can take advantage of her. And I just need to convince them that this is no joke.
I love old ladies getting vengeance. There was a news article where some old lady was getting jerked around by Comcast. You know how horrible Comcast is. She went into the Comcast office with a hammer and she was smashing the keyboards at the desk. And you better bet after that happened, the clear plexiglass wall went up on all the walk-in stores, Comcast stores where you can pay your bill and get you can walk in. It is like a bank vault. Yeah.
Yeah, in the chat they're calling it a taser and they're calling it a prod. No, that's not what it's called. Shoot, I know exactly where it's at. I always know where my weapons are, but I'll have to get it out and see what the name is on it. But yeah, I've had that thing for years, but it'll drop you.
I don't want to test it.
The only thing that I don't like about it is that you have to be right on somebody to use it, because you have to actually hit them with it. And I don't like to necessarily be that close. I like, 100 yards or at least the length of my Louisville Slugger. Give me a little batting room.
Note to self, do not anger Brenda.
I always have something within reach. It might be a machete. I mean, I've got a lot of things at my disposal.
Oh, Jimbo's here, says his granddaughter loves the dragon's eye.
Cool.
I'm glad, Jimbo.
Yeah, he got this last one I sent him. He didn't get the other. No, I don't know. It's gone to Dragon Heaven.
I finally got some stuff delivered. Some things were held up in the system again.
Well, actually, I've been getting orders here real quick. And the reason I know that is I had placed a small order with the Walmart for just, a few little things that I needed. And, because I can't, with all this money I'm out, I can't afford much. So I placed a small order to go up and pick up. Half of it had to be mailed to me. It's the first time they ever pulled such shenanigans as that. But within 2 days, it had all been delivered. But I'm like, are you kidding me? I mean, if they didn't have it at the store, just say, we don't have it at the store. If you still want this, then order it from Walmart.com. And let me be the judge of whether I want to do that or not, or if I want to, try shopping elsewhere here in town where I might be able to get it quicker or something. But, just tell me, well, we don't have this stuff in stock and we're going to send it. Are you kidding me? I mean, we're talking like a couple cans of soup in one order.
Wow.
I'm like, seriously? Holy smoke. But yeah. But at least it came quick. You know, I didn't have to wait long. But I thought that was just craziness. Everything just seems to be upside down. And I figure it's probably just going to get worse over the next few months.
Yeah. Well, Christmas will be here before you know it. And I have a couple Christmas songs in the queue to learn on the piano. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start recording some now. And then after December, start dropping them rapid fire.
Mm-hmm.
And see if I can get some more traction on piano. Awesome. Because some of the songs aren't as complicated to learn.
Remember, I guess it's been, 3 years ago now that I did the Christmas music for 24/7.
Yes.
For weeks.
The live stream that wouldn't stop.
Yeah, between Thanksgiving and New Year's, I ran 24/7 Christmas music
and
over on my channel.
And you kind of monitored the chat too, and people would pop on, and then you would jump on and talk to them.
If I happened to be around the computer and saw them in the chat, I'd say something to them.
How did that work with the copyright?
It was all copyright-free music. I forget what the name of the group was. It was a subscription thing, but it was only like $2, to join their subscription thing. And then of course I canceled it when it was all said and done, but it worked over Christmas.
Did you get any good watch time out of it?
Yeah, I got some real good watch time out of it because people just let it play in the background and it would loop. I think I had over 100 songs on there as best I remember that it played and just kept looping them.
I remember people were trying to hack YouTube and they would have a black screen with silence and it would be 10 hours. And they said, before you go to bed, hit play. And then when you wake up, just stop it. And people were getting, like, he had hundreds of his friends doing this. And he was just racking up the watch time. And then it was easier to get monetized.
And Jim Dockrell says, like those channels that have 10 hours of a fire burning. Yeah.
Well,
Yule log.
Nick Offerman. There's a 10-hour Nick Offerman loop of him drinking whiskey in front of the Yule log. It's like a Christmas thing. And it was a 1-hour video. And it's literally just him. Just every now and then he takes a sip. And then a couple minutes later, he'll take another. So he's just sitting there. But someone spliced 10 of them together. And I turn it on Christmas Day. It's just on my TV. It's nothing but Nick Offerman drinking whiskey in front of the fireplace. I love it.
In that live stream of mine, I had all these cute little animations and stuff that played on the screen. So, if somebody was sitting there at their computer, it wasn't like a blank screen or anything. They'd see these little animations. I change them up every once in a while to amuse people and see if they notice that I did something different to it. I can come in at like 3 o'clock in the morning and change it up.
Donald Vlogs of Fly is here.
Hey, Donald. How's everything in your neck of the woods? Boo. Hey, that holiday's over. we're headed to gobble, gobble, gobble now.
Yeah. Oh, hey, I want to promote something if I could.
Well, it depends on what it is.
My Festivus show.
That's right.
Yes.
You gonna do the wrestling this year?
Yep.
All right.
I hope. It depends if my son cooperates.
Well, you don't give him a choice. So this is the problem that you've had about raising that boy. You give him a choice.
Oh, boy.
Now, if you're going to give him a choice, you give him the choice of doing that or something he really don't want to do.
Yeah. I hear you.
You fix it so that he's going to pick the less of the two evils and it's going to be to do the wrestling.
Okay, so I put a link in there. You can be a co-host on my show. This will be the 23rd of December, 5:30 Eastern is when it starts. You fill out that form and you can come on my show. And the whole premise is it is the airing of grievances. So you get to tell everyone how they've let you down over the year. No, it's about technology. So you can complain about YouTube if you want, or you can complain about social media. You can complain about anything internet or tech related. And I'll cycle people in and out 5-minute slots. So, and come on my show. It's the only time I have other people on my channel live because I'm a single person channel. It'll be on All Things YouTube, December 23rd. That's Festivus. It's the Festivus show on All Things YouTube. And fill out that form I put in the chat, and you can and I'll schedule you out that way. You need a camera and a microphone and something to complain about. And the only thing you need to do is be entertaining. Because if you're not entertaining, you get the boot. But I got people lined up. I got a whole handful of people. Come on. We'll go. We'll go. I can fit you in. There's room. Sounds like a fun troll night. It's a lot of fun. It's sort of the opposite of what you get from me. You usually get like, happy-go-lucky information stuff. No, we're just having fun complaining about stuff. It's a lot of fun. Festivus. A Festivus for the rest of us.
That's right. Finished off with some bare-chested wrestling.
Yeah, because as in the tradition, Festivus doesn't end until the patriarch of the family wrestles the firstborn son. And I think it has to be bare-chested too, but I'm not sure about that.
It's bare-chested. Yep.
What if today we're just thinking?
Are you going to have the tree?
Oh, the Festivus pole?
Yeah.
Yeah, the aluminum pole with great height to weight ratio, with no ornaments, no decorations.
Yep.
I love that. I do. Festivus is just built for me because I get tired of the grind during the holidays. I don't like all the busyness and all the stress and stuff like that.
See, I don't have any of that because it's just me and the dog don't care. So we just kind of hunker down and wait for it all to be over.
Yeah.
Because you turn on the TV and all you get is Frosty the Snowman or, some animated Santa Claus thing going on or, something like that on the TV. And so that ain't no TV fit to watch. People get tired of doing YouTube videos over the holidays because they got their parties and their fiestas and their siestas and all the stuff that they're doing. So, unless you want to watch old YouTube videos, there ain't much to do there. And I'm not big into playing games and stuff like that. That doesn't amuse me. So, I just kind of sit here and craft and try to stay warm and take naps and just wait the whole thing out and wait for it to be over with. Then you're into winter. You're into January and the sub-zero temperatures, and we try to survive that and wait for spring to get here.
I do have a favorite Christmas movie. It's called The Hebrew Hammer. Are you aware of that movie, Hebrew Hammer?
No.
It is the best holiday movie ever. It would never be published today. It is so politically incorrect.
Are you sure that's not a porn movie?
No, it's not a porn movie. It's
okay.
The Hebrew Hammer. It was it could be, but it's not. Shaft, that old 70s show, Shaft, where there was a tough on crime detective or whatever. Right. It's kind of built off of that, but it's a Jewish guy, and he has to save Christmas because Santa is trying to destroy Hanukkah. And Santa is played by Andy Dick. It is the worst movie. It is so bad. It's good. I love it. Hebrew Hammer.
Yeah, see, some of them out there in the chat, they appreciated my question.
Yeah.
Because it does kind of sound that way. Just, just wanted to clarify.
Nightmare Before Christmas. Yeah, that's I like the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, stop motion with the Heat Miser and the Cold Miser and Meister Burgermeister. That's a cute one. But I do fire up the Hebrew Hammer and I watch it and I just laugh the whole way through, because this movie, it has funny things in the background that they don't call attention to, but are hilarious. So you really got to watch it a couple times. The more you watch it, the more you notice. Oh, it is crazy. It is crazy.
Well, it's getting about time, I think, for us to do a giveaway. What do you think?
We can do a giveaway.
We need some more people in the chat.
How many we got in here?
We got 7. It says on my screen.
Okay.
Can y'all share this out and see if you can get some more folks to join in here?
Yeah, I'll drop it a few places too.
Let's get a few more in here. Make it interesting.
Let's see. Quick.
Jim Dockrell says that he likes Merry Christmas, Charlie Brown. I've seen that so many times, Lord, I probably know it by heart.
Yeah.
I was playing that when I was a kid.
Die Hard. Yeah, Die Hard's fun. And yes, that is a Christmas movie. People don't think it's a Christmas movie, or that's the internet debate. Is Die Hard a Christmas movie? And some say yes, and some say no. I'm on team yes.
Jim Bashir says that a kid came to his house trick-or-treating with the same mask that I gave him a couple years ago.
Oh.
I went trick-or-treating.
You did?
I went as a hungry old lady.
Oh, boy.
I get up there at the porch. They'd offer me a piece of candy. I said, hey, I'm here as a hungry old lady. Get in there and make me a sandwich.
How'd that go?
I come back with enough food for a month.
Woohoo! Awesome.
See, it's in the delivery. You got to know how to do it.
All right. Now we're having more people in the house. Now there's 8.
You walk up there at the door with a sack in one hand and a brick in the other one and tell them to make you a sandwich. They make you a sandwich.
Yippee-ki-yay.
Okay, we're up to 9.
All right. We'll give
we're
a
up to
spiel.
9. Yep.
All right, folks. Brenda's going to give something away. You could be the winner. You in the chat watching live. She wrote down a number. If you guess that number exactly, you will win. Don't guess until she says go, and you only guess one time. She wrote the number down as words, not in digits. And she over capitalizes things because she knows it drives me crazy. I'm a publishing professional, and she likes to twist the knife in my side. So that's just the way she is. I don't know why. I don't pretend to know why.
It's because I love you.
Yeah. Yeah, I hear you. So as a bonus, you could win a bonus prize too by guessing the number of capital letters. So you would guess the number / and then number of capital letters. That's the format. She will ship you a physical item. She will show you the items after the winner is announced. She'll ship anywhere in the lower 48 states of America. If you live outside that, still play along because you can either pay for shipping yourself or re-gift it. So everyone in the chat can play. And super chats help fund this effort. Brenda is on a fixed income, and she has had substantial outlays of cash due to a catastrophe, and anything you can give through super chats will help the channel and will be appreciated. Brenda, what is the number range people can pick from today?
The number range is between 1 and 9.
Throwing us off. When you're ready.
Go.
Okay, remember, put the number / and then the guess for the number of capital letters. Only guess once. Good luck. And we're off. 9 capital letters. We have a guess from Frenzy Wicked Truth. That's a bold number. That's a bold bonus.
Well, considering that her guess was 4, we got a winner.
7. 2 capital letters. Oh, Luana had 7 with a 3. Huh. Well, congratulations, Luana. You are the winner. Sorry you did not win the bonus prize. But congratulations. Congratulations, Luana Pierce. Good
Okay, Luana, here's going to be your choices. We got one of the acrylic pour cabochon pendants.
Look at that. Brenda, I really like that. It kind of looks a little bit like the planet Jupiter.
It's trying to get it up there close enough. You can really, it's got kind of glitter in it, and it's real pretty. It's not showing up as pretty on the camera.
Yeah, I like it.
And then we've got choice out on the bracelets. They're both single cobras. There's the adult size one and there's the child size one. So if you want those, you pick out which one you want, and I'll send that to you. I've still got the picture that is the acrylic pour that I did. I call this lavender, and it looks like lavender flowers there with some greenery. It's in a nice little frame. You can either hang up the frame or you can sit it on a shelf or whatever. And I've got a set of my tiles. These are the stone tiles, and they're 4 different colors, and they're the flying pigs.
Look at those. I like those.
The flying pigs.
Oh, with the butt up in the air. My son's girlfriend would love those. She collects pigs.
So I've got those. There's a gold looking one and a yellow one and a pink one and an orange in there. So we've got the tiles. Now these do have the felt on the back, so not going to scratch up your furniture. And so your choice, the pendant, the bracelets, the picture, or the tiles.
All right. Luana, make your pick, and Brenda will mail them to you.
So she's sitting there trying to figure out which one she wants.
Yep. Okay. I'm sure she'll get back to us quickly.
But yeah, I've got some interesting designs that I have coming up. If I get the backings on them and stuff, I'll show some of them on here, and y'all have to go over to my Etsy page when I get them all listed.
Brenda, she's re-gifting it to me for my son's girlfriend. Thank you, Luana.
How about that?
Oh, Merry Christmas to you.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Well, Matt,
son's girlfriend, Matt's son. Yep.
After the show, if you want to send me the address you want to mail to, so I don't have to dig,
sure.
I'll get them out in the mail to you tomorrow.
Luana, I appreciate that. You are the best. Thank you so much. West
Thank
Haven,
you, Luana.
Always and forever's here. Hi, West Haven.
Hey, West Haven. Good to see you.
Look at all those emojis. For some reason, YouTube flags that as potential spam. I approved you. But yeah.
Yeah, if you put more than, I don't know, what is it, 3 or 4 or something, then they flag it. But that, that goes from back in the day when the trolls were like trying to do page after page after page after page of stuff like that. And
there was an incident that happened, not alleged, this happened, where a popular streamer said, put 3 hearts for yes and put 3 thumbs down for no. And everyone in the chat there were thousands of people. They all got kicked off the platform.
Yeah.
Like it was like a major, and they were like, whoa. So YouTube changed whatever they had.
Yeah, I remember when they did that. And one of the things was that when you had a channel that you were doing, what did they call it? Subscription live streams.
Oh yeah, well, not sub for sub, but it was like
similar to that, where you could look people's names up in the chat and subscribe to their channel, kind of thing. But they had the host would tell you to put, like fire trucks, or you pick something, tractors, whatever, if you was trying to get their attention or something like that. So, somebody put up like 12 fire trucks to get the host's attention, and YouTube did not like that. So that was another reason that they was cracking down on that kind of thing. And I'm like, look, in the grand scheme of things, is it really going to matter if some of these channels pick up, a dozen or 2 subscribers from this live stream thing? It's, nobody's getting rich off of this. Right. And it's not costing YouTube any money in the grand scheme of things. So why are you just trying to make it hard on people out here? I think it's just Susan's hobby. She just sits around and dreams up things to make it tough on folks.
They have to find a way to annoy people.
Well, they do that.
Well, I mean,
I don't know what it gains them in the long run, but okay.
No social media network is perfect. Have you Twitch? Twitch is on the way out.
No, I've not been over there, and I don't know, like forever. Yeah. You still collect stickers and stuff, don't you, for your sticker board?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Spinning and winning slots with Blaine is here. Hi, Blaine.
Hey, Blaine. Long time no see. Good to see you in the chat. Yeah. If you still collecting them,
I got.
Do you have one of Moz's?
I don't think I do.
Do you have one of Big Flips? Or Big Flip?
Nope, don't have that one.
Because I'll throw those in with your.
I have Haas. I have some from vendors. Carolina, built for work.
And I'll send some more of mine so you can pass them around. While I'm thinking about it.
Great.
Margie TV's in the house. Hey, Margie.
Margie, hello.
Good to see you.
Oh, look at the flag she put down there. What flag is that? It's yellow, blue, and red, and the yellow is a triangle. Good to have you here. Don't know how much longer we'll be streaming, but we're glad to have you here.
I do not see this flag you speak of.
On Margie TV? Yeah, it's her fourth message she put in the chat. Anyway, don't matter.
Okay, it's not showing up. There's something there, but it's not showing up on my screen. Just a little blob. So I don't know. I don't know what it is, Mr. Haas.
All righty. Well, let's Google it. Let's see. Blue and
Brenty would like to know why you think Twitch is on the way out.
Blue triangle. I have many reasons why I think Twitch is on the way out. First of all, their leadership is non-existent. The CEO quit, and there's another executive leader that's going to jump as soon as she's fully vested. There's been no substantial new features since 2018. They handled the copyright thing horribly. That really hurt a lot of people. They have spam bots running amok, posting horrible things, and very little controls for the host to deal with an onslaught of unwanted comments. Problem after problem. And the vast majority of people aren't making money on Twitch. Only a fraction make over 100 grand a year. Everyone else, the majority of people don't even make a living wage on the platform. And it's a 50-50 split. So if someone gives you $1, they keep 50 freaking cents. That is outrageous. Yeah. So they haven't done anything to kind of become better. If anything, they're staying stagnant or even going down. I just see an inevitable collapse of the platform. And they also had the big issue where people would break into these categories and they would make it PG-13. Like there would be swimsuit, and then plus whatever it is the category was, ASMR. And it would be like almost naked people doing ASMR or almost naked people doing something else. And hey, I'm all for the almost naked people. But I mean, it should be where you expect it to be. It shouldn't be commingled with all the other stuff. So I don't know. It has problems at a platform and leadership level, and an innovation level. And there's no discoverability. There is no discoverability on Twitch except for like 6 icons at the bottom that the recommended streaming. You've got to know where to go. You got to find the people that you want to watch. Unlike YouTube, which suggests things all over the place. So that's why I think Twitch is on the way out.
Well, YouTube suggests things until they don't like what you're saying, and then once they decide that they don't like what you're saying, I mean, because it doesn't fit with what they think. Because I've got some people I know that this is happening to, and once they decide they don't like it, then they will not promote your stuff anymore.
Yeah, there's shadow banning where they slowly turn the dials against you, so it's not perceivable. Like they do all kinds of shady stuff. Thankfully, I think YouTube is the least worst offender. Where if you say if you have the wrong attitude on Twitch, they'll swing that hammer much faster than on YouTube. Now, I don't like that YouTube does it. I'm the first one to call out YouTube when they do something bad, and YouTube is not a saint. But anyway, yeah, that's tough.
Jim Dockrell says people living on boats in cars on a van down by the river. Well, there's people that do that here all the time too, but they make a lifestyle out of it. There's all kinds of videos with these van lifers, they call themselves, where they and the RV people, where they just that's where they live. There's even businesses that kind of cater to them with the mail drops. You can have all your mail sent to one location, and then you let that location know where you're going to be, and they mail it to the local post office there, and it'll be waiting for you. There's all kinds of different lifestyles going on now because people can't afford rent.
And what do they call it? Like living simply or like downsizing? There's a couple terms for it.
Yeah.
Where people get rid of as much as they can, and they live small.
Yeah, I have a friend that just the other day got rid of everything she owns except what she could fit in her vehicle, and she decked out the inside of it there with a little sink and cupboards and a bed, and her and her pet.
Municipalities don't like that because then they can't tax you. Like you're not paying property taxes then. And I know, I rent, I don't pay property tax. Well, your landlord pays your property taxes and builds it into the cost of your rent.
Yeah.
But governments don't like people living in their car because they're not anyway. But that's neither here nor there. But yeah, there's all kinds of I like the off-grid. Some of that off-grid stuff is cool, especially people that put turbines in the streams and they make their own electricity carbon free with the turbines. And also people who get water up sides of hills. There's something called a ram pump, which uses the pressure of the upstream water to operate 2 one-way check valves. And through the magic of dialing in the pressure and the sensitivity of the check valves, you can get water to go uphill like 100 times higher than it was at the bottom if you engineer it correctly with 2 moving parts, no computers, no electricity. Now you waste a lot of water because water has to spill out, but the point is, like 30% of the water will go uphill much higher than the. So if you have a running stream down below and you're up high, you could fill up these huge tanks with water with a ram pump. It's just gravity and only 2 moving parts, the one-way check valves. It is crazy. It is crazy.
I've been watching a channel called Keeping It Dutch, And
Minimalist. Thank you, Frenzy. Minimalist. That's
this guy and his wife and his 3 daughters have gone out and bought a piece of land. They sold their home because they was just kind of in over their heads with the price of the mortgage and stuff on it, and it was just costing them too much. So they went out and bought them a little piece of land, and they're building a house on it, and it's going to be all off grid.
Yeah, those are cool. I like the tech. The tech is and the solar panels. That's kind of neat too.
Yeah, it's going to be on solar, and right now they're living in an RV that they'd rented, but the water is supplied to it all off grid. The power is through generators until they can get things built, and they put in a little well house that's going to be run off generator power and then solar. Once they get the solar hooked up, they're building their house. They got the slab poured for it, and all the plumbing and stuff is laid in there, and where the wiring and stuff is supposed to go. And so they're getting ready to start up with the walls. And they said, they're just going to build it as they can afford to build it. It's, they're not taking out no loans or anything on this, and it might take them a year, but they're going to do it themselves, and may have to hire a little bit of help here and there, on stuff they don't know how to do. But that's what they're going to do. And when it's all said and done, it'll be paid for.
Donald Vlogsify has a good comment. You're not really wasting it. It goes back into the ground. I said some of the water spills out in this contraption, which is fine. And Rockstar 8970 Abel is here. Hello.
Hey, Rockstar. Good to see you. Welcome to the madness.
Yep. We rolled past the top of the hour. I don't think we'll be on too much longer, but glad to have you here on Mind Equals Blown.
Well, talking to you there about the dates and scheduling. Next week is the 11th, and then the 18th, and then the 25th will be Thanksgiving. So you say you're going to be available. There's no bar hopping. There's no naked wrestling. There's no, nothing else on your schedule except to be here. So it looks like we're going to have shows every day this month. Now, next month, you do realize that Christmas Day is going to be on Thursday.
Oh.
So that'll give you something to think about on whether you want to, or no, I'll take that back. Let's see here. I take that back. It's on a Saturday.
Christmas is on a Saturday.
It's going to interfere with Russ's show unless he decides he wants to do it that night.
I'll have my Mind Equals Blown on our Thursday show, and I'll start at 5:30, 6:30, 7:30. Well, yeah, we might overlap a little bit. I might be late for the Thursday, the 23rd of December show.
What? What's wrong with you?
It's Festivus. That's my holiday. Maybe we should cancel the Thursday, December 23rd, Mind Equals Blown.
I thought you were supposed to have Festivus the day before Festivus.
No, Festivus is on Festivus, the 23rd. It's always the day before Christmas Eve.
The day before Christmas Eve. It's not on Christmas Eve.
No, Christmas Eve is Christmas Eve. Festivus is the day before Christmas Eve.
Oh.
That's how it works. That's how it works. So.
Well, we can always just say it'll be on following Matt's naked wrestling.
Yeah, well, we can do that. Sure. Sure. Not naked, bare-chested.
Same thing.
My son's a big boy. I'm a little scared wrestling him now because I think he can take me.
You want to borrow my zapper?
Oh, I can cheat. I like the cut of your jib there, Brenda.
So you have it behind your back there, and then when he comes at you, you just reach out and zap him, and he falls, and you pin him, and it's over.
Yeah, buddy.
So never underestimate the old man.
Hey, if the judge goes boom, 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 That's all that matters.
Oh, shoot. Well, I guess with all that being said, I've got a new video up called And That's When the Fight Started. Heifer's going to come out here in a few minutes, so be sure and watch the new Heifer and get you some free advice. And Matt, what are you doing?
Oh, what am I doing? Well, I got my Monday show on All Things YouTube. Go check that out, 7 p.m. Eastern. And Monday through Friday in the morning at random times, I jump on Awesome Fun Things for a morning vlog. And I talk about all kinds of crazy stuff. So get in on that. But you have to subscribe to Awesome Fun Things because I don't pre-schedule them. Unlike Russ Clarity, I don't have a live stream page and wait for it to go on. I just boom show up.
Speaking of Russ, he'll have a show Saturday night, and we'll have that Colin feller on that Jim was talking about earlier. So come over there and watch that. That'll be at 8 o'clock Saturday evening on Simply Wooden Creations, and we'll see what Colin has to offer.
And I want to thank Luana again for regifting me the coasters. I appreciate that very much.
Okay, and don't forget to send me your address so that I can get this boxed up here. So with all that being said, we'll say adios to you, and we will see you next week, Lord willing, and the creeks don't rise.
All right, everyone.